Should I say. AmaPiano hitmakers Moreki and Gift Tonic have combined their talent for an EP titled Basotho Pianong. I kid you not. Moreki and Gift Tonic have both emerged from the Sotho heritage. They say this EP pays homage to their shared roots. For more on their sounds, Moreki, also known as Dr. Dango, joins us in the studio for this particular session. And thank you so much, Moreki, for your time and welcome to the show. Let's talk a little bit about it. I mean, you and I were having just a little bit of a chit-chat off air about Basotho Pianong. Exactly,
yes.
You know, where do we get the sound? Because for me, automatically, it sounds like a fusion between Basotho, the Basotho kind of sound,
yes,
and then mix it with a little bit of a piano kind of beat.
Yeah.
But talk to us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the Basotho Piano, as you know, like I just told you right now, that AmaPiano is mostly dominated by the lingo of Zulu, you know. So we decided that let's try to change things a bit, you know, fusing a bit of Sotho onto this EP and try to introduce a new sound, as well as the sound itself. You'll hear it when we perform, that there's that element of Sotho and piano fusing both of the sounds.
Because the Sotho instrumentals, right,
yes,
they are very unique. Like,
yes,
you can't miss it, right? If you have to listen to any form of radio station, they'll be playing a different song, and it's like a Sotho cultural song almost. You can hear the beat. There's a drum also. There's a way in which the music is fused, and
yes,
you're literally taking that sound and then you're mixing it a little bit with some AmaPiano beats as well, definitely, and then you're creating this a new kind of brand.
Definitely. So yeah, like you would hear when Gift Tonic, you'll be singing that we actually try to fuse those both to us. It wasn't easy, but yeah, we definitely did that, you know. And
how easy or difficult has it been being able to market this kind of sound? Because what you're in essence asking us as listeners to do is open our minds up to a different kind of sound, to something that we're not necessarily are accustomed to ordinarily, but open our minds up. And how has been the take? What's been the response from people so far?
Actually, people really loved it, you know, like we've been getting more of responses that people, because we said this is part one, because we are still developing the sound. So the part two will be definitely full in. So this is just the touches, and people are actually receiving it very well, you know. Everyone is loving the sound.
I don't know, I think, and I feel very cool for even noticing this, but I came across a TikTok, and I think it was a colored girl that she was like dancing to the Basotho Piano. Was it and is it growing when it comes to the industry? Because she was dancing to AmaPiano, but she was like, no, I'm really crazy about the Basotho Piano kind of sound. Is it you guys, or is it like more and more people that are trying to embrace now, you know Basotho's fusing culture with, of course, this AmaPiano popular sound? I'm
not too sure about the video as yet, but definitely, we've been having those videos of people dancing to some of our songs, you know. So yeah, definitely the response is very nice. And
then how do you then market it, and what's next after? Because right now you've got an EP, right? Okay, so then what happens afterwards, and how are you looking at marketing and getting the sounds out there? Because it's not just about TikTok, it's about airplay on radio.
So we've been submitting the songs to radios, as well as doing a lot of shows. We've been performing a lot, and the response on the clubs, festivals, it's very big, you know. And we are actually gonna host our event that is called Manzeville July on the 29th of July, which will be also launching the EP itself, you know. So yeah, definitely.
So it looks and sounds like you guys are trying very hard just to get that airplay in the market. And what are compilers saying? Because music compilers can be difficult, in some spaces.
We don't get the responses.
I hear you. I know. Listen, I come from a radio background, so I know when it comes to music compilers, it's about going the extra mile and trying to convince it. But how have music compilers reacted to it?
Yeah, we submitted a couple of emails. We haven't gotten the responses, but some of the local radio stations, they're actually picking it up very well. It's just the mainstream, we are trying to get into it, but hopefully, definitely, they will be starting to jam our songs. And are you guys a completely independent record label, or now have you been taken by something bigger, or like one of those bigger record labels? We are independent. We are actually independent. So you own your own music, your own IP.
and everything else.
Everything's solely ours.
And you know how difficult it is, as much as it's so good. It is so respectful and so good, the fact that you get to own your own music. But owning your own music also means that you've got the other big shots that are looking at you guys thinking, but you guys are competition. So how do you beat the competition?
It's just being unique. Like I said, we saw when we started this trend of Basotho Piano, it hasn't been on the industry yet. So it's all about being unique on the game. So we are going to beat them with that, being unique on the game.
And are you guys like on like certain like platforms like Spotify and the likes?
Yeah, our music is all on all digital platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. And we even push our videos, content on TikTok. That's the way to go.
And it's very difficult to be able to have more than one person, right, as part of a group, right?
Yes, yeah.
And simply because there's a plethora of ideas and there are different people wanting to add perspectives and ideas. So how do you guys come to decision making, you know, and saying this is the sound we're going with, these are the songs that we're selecting for the EP, this is the direction of the music that we're taking? Because if you've got 5 brains or 2 brains or 3 brains thinking on one particular thing, you almost have to, you know, navigate the democracy of it. But how do you guys do it?
It's just a matter of respecting everyone's idea and trying to compromise where it's you. If it makes sense, we do it. That's how we normally work as a team. Like when maybe let's say Teiko is coming up with an idea, or Josie or Rooibos, they'll be like, "There's a sound that will be."
Josie or Rooibos?
Josie. So there's Rooibos, the 6th man.
Rooibos, the 6th.
Yeah. So yeah.
He must be like sweet tea.
Yeah, he's a Beyonce of the.
Oh, is he the Beyonce? Yeah, he must be like a sweet tea. Okay.
So yeah. And we have your Sims Noreng, who are the producers as well. So we all work and try to come up with that and respect each other's opinions or ideas in towards the sound that we'll be approaching.
Look, we're definitely looking forward to hearing this sound, Basotho Pianong. So I'm going to release you so that you can get ready for your performance as well.